Hey, thank you for joining me today. Today we're going to talk about a subject that a lot of us are familiar with, but we know very little about. Today, we're going to talk about car insurance. So everyone who drives probably has purchased car insurance in the past. Yeah?
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
But very few of us actually know what we're buying. So I want to talk about a few terms. Liability only. What that term means is that you're purchasing insurance to only protect other people. A lot of people think liability means that they're covered in their own car, but that is not the truth. So let's look at your declaration page and think about some of the coverages that are listed there. You'll see this word, property damage. What does that mean? Property damage is when you cause damage to someone else's property, not your own. That goes along with bodily injury coverage. Bodily injury coverage takes care of paying for someone else's medical bills, their lost wages, their pain and suffering if you cause that. So if you were to hit a person in a car and their neck and back hurts, or if you were to hit a pedestrian, or even if a passenger in your own car was injured, this is the coverage that would take care of that. So as we talk about coverages, let's also look at the limits of those coverages. You'll see where it says $25,000 and $50,000. What those numbers mean is that you have $25,000 per person or per property to be paid with a total of $50,000. So that means, what would happen if I hit 5 Mercedes in front of the dealership? Well, they can only pay $25,000 per vehicle, $50,000 for the whole accident. That's all the insurance company can pay. Anything else you'd have to pay out of your own money. Something to keep in mind when you're purchasing insurance. Let's also look at that bodily injury coverage. $25,000 per person. Have you ever had to go to the emergency room?
Yes.
Very expensive. $25,000 can go pretty quickly. $50,000, well, what if you were to have more than one person who's injured? You'd have to pay for anything over your policy limits. Keep that in mind when you're looking at your coverages. Let's talk about another term that is frequently used, full coverage. Full coverage, a lot of people think that means anything that happens to my car, I am covered. That's definitely not true. There's no such thing as fully covered insurance. There are always exclusions and there are always caveats. What full coverage usually refers to are what's considered first-party coverages. Collision and comprehensive. Collision coverage, pretty simple. You hit something, something hits you, you're gonna pay for your $500 deductible, and then your insurance will pay everything else to fix the car. Comprehensive coverage, a little more convoluted. Usually covers things like hail damage or hitting an animal. Still, you're responsible for $500 of those expenses. So let's talk about that word too, deductible. This is a very different deductible that we might not be as familiar with, say health insurance and different things. This deductible is per occurrence. So even if you had one accident for the year and you paid $500, if you have another accident, you're also going to be responsible for a deductible there. The $500 is paid to your body shop who's fixing your car when the repairs are done. Essentially, your deductible is the amount of money you've personally taken accountability for, You're saying, insurance company, anything under my deductible, I will personally pay for. If it would only cost $300 to fix my car, I can cover it, no problem. Anything over my deductible, anything over that $500, insurance company, I want you to pay for it. The third discussion I want to have is this term, no fault. I think that term has the most confusion around it. A lot of people think no fault means I cannot be at fault for something. Not true. What no fault means is almost a term that could refer to the collision and comprehensive coverages, our first party coverages. What it means is that your insurance company will take care of you, not anyone else, regardless of fault. So when you have a no fault coverage, you do not have liability coverages. So we've talked about a lot today in the insurance world, and there's much, much more to know. But I appreciate you having this discussion with me, and I hope you have a good understanding of liability coverages, full coverage, and no fault. Thank you, and have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, very good.